Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks. Somebody posted this fire pit and wasn't able to share it because of the fact that he actually bought the plans off of a paid site, and I respect that. But he posted a picture of what it looks like coming off the table, and he gave two dimensions. He said when the top was folded up, it was 36 inches, and the whole thing was 47 and a half, so it would fit on a piece of 48 by 48 or a full sheet of steel. He used 3/16. I have not cut this out, and I do not guarantee this will work, but I firmly believe it will. So what I did, I drew a line, a yellow line, so I could see it better. It's 36 inches. And then I scaled the picture to fit that line. So I know that his cutout is 36 inches, and I know that it's 47 and a half across. So what I did by doing that, so now you know the picture is pretty close. You can take your virtual or your parallel dimension tool. Let's zoom in here. And we need to know what the bottom is. So we go to our parallel dimension tool and grab about that line right there and that line right there. And I'm going to go with 24. It's like 23 3/4. So what we need to do is draw a square. Hold down your control button and get it roughly square. And go 24 by 24. Hit P on your keyboard, put it in the center of the page. You know that it's 47 and a half by 47 and a half, and put that in the center of the page. So all you have to do is figure out this angle. And this is really pretty easy. Go to your parallel dimension tool, go down and get your angular dimension, and just get pretty close to that corner. Hold down your mouse button, and then let go, and then bring it over. And it's like by the picture, which is fuzzy, it's 35.91. So we know the dimension is probably 36 inches. Now, this is what's to me, pretty easy. Take your 2-point line and hold down your control button so it's even. Well, I'll tell you what, let's don't even do that. Let's go from right there to right there. Now let's zoom in here, and we're right there on the corner. And this is one of the reasons I draw everything in the center of the page. Now let's make a duplicate of that line. Control D. Let's hit our right mouse button again, and let's rotate this half of that 36, which would be 8. Made a mistake. Let's double click on it. We need to move our rotation to that corner. And then I would zoom in and grab that line, and it's right there on the corner. Now let's rotate that line 18 degrees. Okay. Now I didn't make a duplicate. To make it easier, let's make a duplicate. Control D. Then rotate it 18 degrees. Now take this line and rotate it the other way 18 degrees. So it would be 360 minus 18 is 342. So you've got that done. Now what we can do is go ahead and cut these lines. I grab the knife tool, grab your virtual segment delete key, and delete these lines. Now this is where it gets a little bit tricky. So you could do that on every corner, but to save you a step, just lasso the whole thing, Control D to make a duplicate, and rotate it 90 degrees. Control D, Control D. Now the problem is you have 4 inner boxes and 4 outer boxes. So just grab the inner box, delete it once, delete it twice, delete it 3 times, and I'm going to delete it 4 times just to let you see that it's gone. So you know you've only got one line there. Same thing on there, delete, 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 delete. Bring it back. Then what you can do is take your virtual segment delete key and delete these 4 corners that you do not need. All right, let's do this now. So we know that this is 24 by 24. I've already drawn a line, save a little time on the video, but I'll draw another one real quick. It doesn't take much time. Hold down your control button, make sure it's a 2-point line. Hold down your control button and make this line 11.25. Okay. Now and what that is, it's 24, and we want a 1/2 inch space at the top, 1/2 inch space at the bottom, and 1/2 inch space at in the center and then the bottom. We want a 1/2 inch, because what he did, he left some places so the sheet would still stay together, and I'm just guessing a 1/2 inch. With a little bit of heat, you could bend that up quite well, and it'll bend pretty straight. And my suggestion would be, and I think he even suggested it, you don't even have to weld this because you want the water to run out. So you've got a line that's 11.25. We wanted a 1/2 inch away from other line, so let's go. Our offset will be 11.75. Let's make a duplicate of that. Control D, move it down. Now you've got my same line I just drew, and there's a 1/2 inch between the two. Lasso on both. Control G will group it. Now let's put it in the center of the page. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to get rid of our center box. We don't need it anymore. Can't remember if I got it grouped or not. No, it's not grouped. So we know that this is 24 inches, so we want our offset now to be 12. Let's go Control D to make a duplicate, move it over. Control D to make a duplicate, move it over. Now let's rotate this 90 degrees. Control D, move it up one. Control D. We didn't mean to make a copy of that one because we don't need it. So there's your box. It's ready to cut out. Then you would group it up and send it over the plasma cutter. I would do no offsets on these, and I would start your cut on your angle, because you're probably going to weld this up, and you can, if you have a little bit of hole in your cut when it comes around here, you could weld that and make it look tight, and then all these corners will be good square corners. So you need to do no offset on these lines and outside offset on these lines. Anyway, I hope that helped a little bit, and I'm going to make a second video so this one won't be so long on how to make these holes evenly. Thank you. Hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.